folks, and welcome to James Morris World Traveler. So in World Traveler. So in this video review, I'm going to talk about not but one thing, but two things. The first being Trattoria, Raspo, Della, and the second being Hotel Sirio. So let's get onto it. Trattoria, Raspo, Della. When I looked at this place to find it, when I was doing a different review, it looked a little bit different on the thing. I believe it didn't have Della, but I did find out it's also goes by the name of Della for some reason on the end of that Trattoria Raspo. Anyway, that's not a big issue there. Now, I came here on June 7th, 2024 with our group tour as an optional excursion, which was a farewell dinner. This place was located in the island town of Burano, which, by the way, earlier that morning, we went to a place called, an island called Murano, where we did a glass blowing demonstration. And then later on that day, we ended up here in Burano. Not Murano, I just said Burano. So this island town of Burano is only open during the spring through the early fall, just before winter. So only really open during the tourist season time frame. And they close for winter. So probably about 5 months a year they're closed. So during this time that they're open, they work very, very hard, making as much money as they can in the meantime, working long hours and such to serve the tourists and whatnot. And so that when they close down in the wintertime, they survive for those several months being closed. Now, this restaurant that we went to, Trattoria, it's a restaurant that serves seafood, very tasty seafood. Now, it's a very, very busy place, and when we arrived, they gave us the one whole side from basically the door entrance to basically to the end of the seating along that wall, which is right next to a pillar. And the bar is right here, and then the kitchen. So we're literally a couple stones throw to the kitchen. So they had brought out for us in multiple large bowls and plates of the different types of bulk food that we had or that we were going to have for this dinner. Just because they were serving us in large quantities of people. More than 35 of us or so. So the food that they had started off with was a pate type of food that we would put on a cracker thing or one of those hard little breads that you spread on for the pate. I ended up just eating both of them separately. Now, also, we had a shrimp risotto, which is my first time I've ever had risotto. And it was very delicious, actually, surprisingly for me. A spaghetti with some kind of seafood in it. I wasn't too sure what kind of seafood it was. I do have some pictures of these foods, so I will post them up here, or somewhere here next to me, and show you guys as I talk. Now, continue on, we had a salad as well, and then a small, tiny little fish, about a couple inches long, with some sauce on it. Very bland, but yet very fresh tasting fish. No flavor to it, just fish flavor, but it actually was very fresh, so it actually tasted pretty good that way. I could not believe how fresh that was. They literally probably just caught it that morning out of the ocean. Now, the last few things that they gave us to end off the dinner was calamari with tentacles as well. And lastly, a deep fried shrimp. Delicious, both of them. I love calamari and tentacles. There's one lady that did not like the tentacles, but I got like most of the tentacles, and it was freaking awesome. But then for dessert, we had a nut glazed type of bar of sorts with an S-shaped cookie type of thing. So also they offered us some coffee, which I had, and normally I do drink coffee, but I think I put too much sugar in it because it's very, very sweet. It was the best coffee I've had in a long time. Even if it was the sugar that caused it to taste sweet, it was definitely a place that was worth coming to. I would definitely agree with that on myself. Coming in a larger group helps, but I would definitely come here and have the seafood again, even though we were part of the group. Now, that said, the second place I want to talk about, again, was Hotel Sirio. I stayed here with my tour, on June 6th for 2024. June 6th, 2024 for 2 nights. The hotel, though, was fairly nice. I was in room 419. The room was a little better and slightly larger than the hotel in Prato, thank God. The shower, though still tiny, was slightly larger, though, than in Hotel President. There was a bag seat type of box for your bags. There was a desk with a chair, and the best part was the electrical, okay, let me say that again. Electrical plugs were actually above the side tables. So it was so easy to plug my electronics in, thank God. So for dinner that night, on the first night, we had a rigatoni with some kind of hamburger meat, which I've never ate before. I don't usually eat rigatoni. I usually at home here, I eat either spaghetti at times or macaroni. So we ended up having a rigatoni with hamburger meat. Decent. So I think there was some kind of lamb or something of the like, with small potatoes, and a dessert was a jelly pudding. Well, it wasn't really a jelly pudding. It was like this jelly, like it was put in a thing and it gelled into a solid state, with the strawberry sauce on top of it. Very good. Again, I'll show some pictures of those items as well to show you what I mean. Overall, I found this hotel was fairly nice place, and they do have a luggage room actually on the main floor. The desk here to check in and check out, you come around the corner toward the entranceway, straight to past the actual entrance and the reception, straight across. If you're going toward the entranceway, to the left when you pass the reception. So there was a bar as well there, just around the corner on the other side of reception, across, kind of kitty corner across, actually diagonal from the baggage room, and right behind the bar. The bar is right behind the reception, basically. If I would ever come back to Venice, I would definitely stay at this hotel again. If I chose a hotel in that area, again, I'd prefer hostels because it's cheaper, and a lot of times you get just as good quality for the most part. But I would stay in this hotel if I ever did come here again. So, yeah. Both places, especially the restaurant, awesome. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 thumbs up. I would definitely recommend it for families and people alike, anybody, as well as the hotel is decent, so can't complain at all. Awesome. So until the next time, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.